Hello community, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you your second stimulus check update for Wednesday, May 20th. Now for you guys who are new to the channel, are not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel right now. Also, hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps the channel. It will allow YouTube to spread the channel and this video to a wider audience, which in turn will increase our community size, which I really would appreciate you guys if you would do that for me. The first thing I want to talk about is this prepaid debit card that you may or may not have heard about. The IRS and the US Treasury have teamed up to create this prepaid debit card that they're going to be giving out to a certain number of people who have not received their first round of stimulus checks. So I went to the US Department of the Treasury's website to get more information about this prepaid or preloaded debit card program. So let's walk through that, and then we'll get on to the HEROES Act, me giving you guys an update on that. This week, the Treasury and the IRS are starting to send nearly 4 million economic impact payments by prepaid debit card instead of by paper check. The EIP card recipients can make purchases, get cash from in-network ATMs, and transfer funds to their personal bank account without incurring any fees. They can also check their balance online by mobile app or by phone without incurring fees. The EIP card can be used online at ATMs or at any retail location where Visa is accepted. This free prepaid card also provides consumer protections available to traditional bank account owners, including protection against fraud, loss, or other errors. The Treasury and the IRS have been working with unprecedented speed to issue impact payment debit cards to American families. These prepaid debit cards are secure, easy to use, and allow us to deliver Americans their money quickly, said Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. Recipients can immediately activate and use the cards safely. Now, who is going to be getting these cards? Let's get to that part. The EIP cards are being distributed to qualified individuals without bank information on file with the IRS and whose tax return was processed either at the Andover, Maryland or Austin, Texas IRS Service Center. So everybody won't be getting one of these prepaid or preloaded debit cards from the IRS. The only people who will be getting them are 4 million people who had their tax return processed by the Andover, Maryland Service Center or the Austin, Texas Service Center. So my recommendation to the folks that live in those areas and have not received their first stimulus check, be on the lookout this week for your prepaid or preloaded debit card. Now, who will be issuing this prepaid preloaded debit card for the IRS? Let me tell you who that's going to be. Treasury's financial agent is MetaBank. MetaBank will mail EIP cards to eligible recipients beginning this week. Each mailing will include instructions on how to activate and use the card. Be on the lookout for these cards. Now, I know about 140 million people already received their first round of stimulus checks. But there, I believe, is about 10 million people who haven't. And of that 10 million, 4 million of you guys are going to be getting these debit cards. So please be on the lookout for those this week. With this prepaid debit card, it's not connected to your bank account, so no one can get access to it. Now, I don't know for the folks out there that owe back child support, you may still not receive a prepaid debit card if you're part of that 4 million people. If you owe back child support, you may not get that card. It may go to whoever the back child support is owed to. So that's a concept that I think the U.S. Treasury and the IRS are working out, so that in future stimulus checks could possibly be sent out by prepaid debit card as well. I think that's a great idea when we talk about universal basic income. That's a great way to be able to give the American people a basic level of income for the next 6 months, like I've talked about on prior videos, using these prepaid or preloaded debit cards, because you send these out and as they are used, it's easy to just electronically load them again with the universal basic income payment on a monthly basis like I've talked about. And I think we should have the universal basic income through the end of 2020. So you guys know how I feel about that. Now let me give you a quick update on the second stimulus check. That is currently waiting to be worked on, waiting to be reviewed in the United States Senate. Now, the United States Senate is controlled by the Republicans. And what they're working on this week, unfortunately, is not the HEROES Act. They are going to be working on some judicial appointments or judicial nominations. They're just going to kind of continue doing what they're doing and continue to stall this thing and wait to see what the economy is going to do as the country continues to reopen, which I think, unfortunately, is not good. I think the number one priority should be the HEROES Act, working out a deal to make sure that Democrats and Republicans and the president are fine with it, get this thing signed so that people can start getting their checks, their second stimulus check, in June. If they continue to not work on it at the Senate level and they push it for another week, you know, that means they're not going to really start working on this thing and trying to come up with or negotiate a deal until June. And what does that mean? Once they do pass it, and I do believe it will get passed, I believe you will get that second round of $1,200 one-time stimulus check. It's going to happen. The problem I have with the process now is I would prefer the American people got this money in June. If they don't start working on it until June at the Senate level, then guess what? You're not going to get it. Once they pass it, you're not going to get it until July, which is crazy, in my opinion. I mean, you're talking about another 2 months before you get this next round of stimulus checks. And I just think that's sad Congress can't come together and get this thing done right now. I mean, I just think that's sad. But again, you're talking about priorities. Obviously, at the Senate level, their priorities right now, the HEROES Act is not at the top of that priority list, unfortunately. My recommendation to you, contact your senators. Whatever state you live in, you're going to have senators that are representing you in the Senate. I would contact those folks and make it known, make your voices be heard, that they should be working on this HEROES Act, trying to get this deal done so that people can get their checks in June instead of July. So that's my take on it, guys. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think. One, let me know what you think about this prepaid debit card situation that the IRS and the United States Treasury has teamed up and they're going to be giving the 4 million people who have not received their first stimulus check, because I think that could set the stage for a way people can get paid for future stimulus checks. Also, let me know again what you think about universal basic income. I'm getting a lot of feedback on that. I'm a big believer in that. And I think most of you guys, based on your comments from prior videos, believe in it as well. Stay safe, continue loving one another, and we'll get through this together. And I'll see you tomorrow with another second stimulus check update. Peace.